10 most important moves Google made in 2015. 9 to 5 Google.
It's an impressive list, you know?
Alphabet.
Why are we still calling it Google?
list.
Why are we
It
still
isn't.
calling it Google?
Because no one knows if we said Alphabet. This week in Alphabet. What?
This week in Alphabet.
What? But Alphabet was, probably the biggest event, taking Google and splitting it up into smaller companies under a umbrella called Alphabet. Sundar Pichai. I think this is something I think is even more important. Sundar Pichai is the CEO of Google.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It is
It's
huge.
absolutely huge.
And I don't think people really pay any attention to that. Android Pay. This was the year Android Pay came out.
Not such a big deal.
It's a Me Too product. Google Photos, though, we have to agree, is huge.
Huge.
That
Brilliantly
was huge,
done.
but Photos was around in Google Plus since like 2011, right?
And no
this
one
is the
used
year
it.
That they split it
Yeah,
out.
but the advances.
You know,
The
it's really
technological advances of search were amazing.
and where Google Photos really shines is ironically is on the iPhone.
I found that out recently. I Google found an iPhone that I got to test recently, and I mean, to me, a lot of the Google products work better on the iPhone.
Oh yeah.
Except for Google Now. Google Now doesn't work really well.
Yeah, because it's not a peer with Siri. You have to run it in an app, which is too bad. That's Apple though. That's not Google.
Right. But other than that, I mean, Photos is great. The organization, it's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I wish though that they have a search term like for photos you'd be embarrassed if anybody saw, so you could just get them all in one place and delete them.
Or first date photos and put them all on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. They could refine those search tools. Android Marshmallow, new version of Android, which isn't. I'd have to defer to you.
Well,
I'd have to. Have to defer.
Star Wars, meh.
It wasn't a huge leap.
No,
It
it's nice.
wasn't. There was some.
I wish to
important
hell I had it
updates.
on my Nexus 7, but
Doze is good. Two nights in a row, I've left my Nexus 6P unattached to the power, and it's only lost like 5%, 10% overnight.
yeah,
That's great.
that's huge.
Inflow permission.
Yeah. Do you think that's do you think normal users notice that instead of doing the permissions all at once when you download an app, you get it as kind of like the iPhone does as you're using the app?
Yeah, no, I don't think that normal people care or notice. It makes me feel better when I'm like, oh, this is what this app is trying to do now. I understand.
Yeah.
I just think it's just better transparency.
It makes sense because it's in context, so you see what the permission it applies to. Yeah. Project Fi, which I'm loving. I'm using Fi on this phone. It's a good deal. Traveling internationally works just like T-Mobile does. You get the cheap calling, the free texting, the free data, slow data. And that data is fast, by the way. It's 3G now, pretty much. At least it was in the Bahamas. So it was very usable. It wasn't like this really slow edge stuff.
And so I can't remember. We did the data story on Fi. Can you have a data only Fi account, or you have to have a phone?
That was something they announced. In fact, it's interesting you mentioned that they have a SIM that is data only now.
But you have to have a phone account to add the data SIM to it, or can you have a data only Fi account?
My sense is that it was for tablets, and that you just could get a different SIM. Let me see. How to set up a Project Fi data only SIM with your tablet. This is a article from Android Central. You have to be a Fi. You have to have a Fi account.
You have to have a Fi account. So you're in for the $30 a month or whatever it is.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You have to have an unlocked tablet
get rid of my
compatible with
AT&T.
T-Mobile LTE. You have to just have an yes. You have to have your phone first. You're right. You can't just get only a tablet. At least right now.
Yeah.
You have to have a phone. But $10 per gigabyte and fractionally.
Oh, it's good.
It's great.
I just had to check my karma to make sure I had enough to do the show, but it's sipping.
The karma I like.
Karma's nice.
Same idea. You pay as you go, although it's a little more
As you go.
expensive.
I love that.